Performing a switch stack firmware upgrade ensures optimal performance, improved security, bug fixes, and sometimes even new features. It's crucial for network reliability and efficiency. In this episode of Cisco Tech Talk, I'll show you how to perform a switch stack firmware upgrade. To begin, log into the web user interface of your switch. Once logged in, navigate to the Status and Statistics menu to see the stack details. For this example, I'll use two CBS350-24FP-4X switches. One switch is active and the other is in standby mode. They're stacked together via the XG1 and XG2 10 gigabit uplink ports. The current firmware version, the active image on this switch, is 3.2.0.84. The non-active image is an earlier version. At the time of filming, the latest firmware for this switch is version 3.2.0.89 and can be downloaded from software.cisco.com. To download the firmware, click on the Download button. Navigate to the Administration menu, then File Management. Select Firmware Operations. On this page, upgrade the firmware via the HTTP/HTTPS method. Click on the Browse button and locate the firmware image that was just downloaded. Click Open. You will see the image file was added. Click Apply. That starts the firmware image transfer process. If you're updating the firmware of a 350 switch from any of the 3.1 version of the firmware to any version starting with 3.2, it upgrades the microcontroller unit, MCU code, from 0xEE to 0xF0. This process will take an extended amount of time, and during this process, the switch will be offline. For a standalone switch, it can take up to 15 minutes between the initial reboot signal being sent to the switch before it is back online. For a switch stack, it will take even longer because it must update all the switches in the stack and then rediscover them. This is true for a downgrade from version 3.2 to 3.1 as well. No matter what version you upload, during the reboot process, there will be no web user interface or externally visible indication that there is an update process in place. If you power cycle the switch during the update process or interrupt the upgrade process in any other way, it can permanently damage the switch and it will require a Return Material Authorization, RMA. On the browser, you can see the firmware image transfer has started. To see more details, log in via the console on the switch where the firmware is updating. On the console, it shows the message, "Verify that image is secured." This means the switch is verifying the new image. Back to the browser, you can see the success notification. This indicates that the firmware file has been upgraded successfully on this switch. The notification on the console states the copy operation was completed successfully. Click on the Swap Image option to see the new active image version number after reboot. That's what you want. So navigate to the Reboot section. Choose the Immediate option and click Reboot. A pop-up notification on the screen requests a confirmation. Click OK. On the console, you can see the firmware upgrade process while the switch reboots and applies the new firmware image. Now, my switch is running the latest software version. The current MCU version on this switch is 0xF0, and the stack port operational status is now up. Press the Enter button twice on your keyboard when the notification on the screen makes the request. Then enter the username and password to access the stack. Type the command Show Stack to see the stack details. You can also type the command Show Stack Configuration to see the link details. For me, it's showing the stack is up via ports 1 and 2, and the 10 gigabit ports on both switches. You can type the command Show Stack Links to see the link's operational speed details. They're operating with 10 gigabit speed. Type the command Show Version. Here, you should see the latest version is showing as active. There you have it. You now know the steps to upgrade the firmware on your Cisco Business 350 series switch stack. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.